The Delta.
Delta
City.
Ross. Say snuggly buggly.
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 Get some characters in here.
Yes.
My turn. Ross. Snoogly boogly.
Snoogly boogly.
Snoogly boogly.
Snoogly boogly.
Sound like Trump. Snuggly boogly.
Snuggly buggly boo.
Snuggly boogly boo. Got me acting like an idiot, dude, on this microphone.
You got the cool one now.
Sean. Say hula hoop.
Hula hoop.
Hula hoop. Chris.
Hula hoop.
Hula hoop.
That was not me.
That's not me.
Hula hoop.
Hula hoop.
He said some hula. Put on a hula. Hula hoop.
Is that your
All right.
word?
No.
Wow, dude.
Was it?
Haven't done a podcast in a while,
Fifth period gym class.
Fifth period gym class.
Fifth period gym class.
huh? 5th period gym class.
Fifth period gym class.
Fifth period gym
You got
class.
messed up.
Fifth period gym class.
Wow.
Wow, that was a rough road. I'm sorry, guys. Here we
That's
go.
all right.
We're at the top of the peak of the mountain now. Here we are at Delta City.
Podcast.
Welcome back, podcast. Here we go. Hop, skip, and a step. Your favorite new podcast on out there in the interwebs.
It's a
Here
new
we go.
year coming up.
It's a new year. It's the Delta year. It's the year
Is it
of
really
the
the Delta year?
dragon, man. It's the new Delta year. Yeah. It's
Is
the
that-
Delta,
Oh, I didn't know that.
absolutely.
Why
It's
is it
Delta
the year of the Delta?
Well, it's the okay. So it's the year of the cat. So it's also the
You
fourth
can't even think of
year.
a word. How are you putting this on him?
Delta. Why are you putting
Fifth
this on me?
period
My
gym class.
spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just what came into my head. It's what I thought. I needed something complicated, but I couldn't get it in my head. Second floor, and I was like, second
Ross
floor,
practices
second
the
floor.
game to himself every day. That's all the stuff on his sticky notes. That's all the stuff he wants to say, but he always forgets.
I mean,
he always
forgets.
forgets
It's where
the
I can
word.
remember everything that I come across.
lover.
It's all the ideas. I got big
Dr. Pepper.
ideas. I got big ideas, and they're on the walls. And sometimes I have to remember how big the idea is by comparing the notes, and each one to
This one's bigger than that one.
Yeah,
But this
put
one's-
them together in
that
a
one's more important.
chronological order, and then at the end of the month,
This is
I have a new
chronological.
idea.
No, talk about that. I mean, that's some New Year's resolution.
I
for you
forgot
right
to
there.
put it in chronological order.
That's actually like being serious. That's some good goal setting. And
No, it's important
that's
to write
good.
stuff
It's
down.
important goal setting,
goals
exactly.
to
Yeah.
actually put it down on paper. It's
And
super
actually-
powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and kind of write exactly what you want and manifest it. And if you write it over and over again, it comes true.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I know.
You're crazy.
Right,
You're
you
just
go into
insane.
a complete loop. A complete loop over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just never ending. It's crazy.
Circle-
All of eternity is happening
Circle of
all at once.
prosperity.
Exactly. I had some things to
What do you
bring
got?
up at the
Your
at
New
this
Year's
year.
resolutions.
You got some New Year's.
Yeah.
Let's hear the Delta City's New Year's resolutions. First, we'll go individual.
More podcasts. More podcasts.
Yeah.
Well, we're here doing the
Definitely that's one of
podcast,
ours.
and we're rolling in on almost 10 episodes. It's like the 9th
Yeah.
episode, I think.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we have new
That's some,
sites and new things for the future and for
Confetti.
the next year.
Big
We want to
ideas
focus on this. We want to focus. This was like a warm up. We were like the first 10. We're like, hey, let's
We're
get our
still
shit
trying shit
together.
out.
We're still trying to figure it out. We got the micro. Like
We're
I
about to
had-
do a
these are
fisheye lens for this video.
These are microphones that I had in the corner of a basement for years, and they're just like put it together, and like all the little cables we do with like for house shows and stuff. Like that's all the same equipment that we've been using for years, and put it together. And now we're upgrading. We're upgrading. Look, Shawnee boy, he's now got the new Rhodes. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Looking
That's
nice and
crispy.
clean.
legit. That's a legit podcast mic. You're a pro now. You're now officially
10
a
box top
podcaster.
tokens. And he
You
got
had to
it.
send them in.
Send them in.
Only 10. We
Only
would have known
10.
what those
Oh yeah,
were
he
for.
won it with
Easy.
box tops because
Who would know how good those box tops were? He
I
could
know, you
get that
could,
for 5
get a
or
top of
10
yogurt.
tickets.
top of brownie mix.
I never really-
Top of,
I've always
kept
wanted
them.
to try it, but it always required like 10 of those box taps to send them in. It's like, who's
know,
going to
it's a lot
collect
of
10 of
work.
these cereal
I
boxes?
should have held on to them.
Save your box tops. That's
Save
all.
your box taps.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Moved on now to Chris. Chris, how's it going with these? How are you feeling with the?
It's
Know,
cool.
the new
It's
Rogan.
straight.
Yeah,
It's
you
nice.
feeling
Sean's
legit?
hand-me-downs.
It's cool. No, I mean,
Yeah.
it was.
You're welcome, dude.
That's cool.
It was gonna be
man.
my.
It's your new
I
thing.
like it.
Yeah, it's a new style, so it really fits you. It really like
Yeah.
it really like it projects your voice in a very
Thanks.
in a
Thanks.
nice way.
Thanks.
Yeah, it feels good.
Oh,
Here
Sean
we
put
are.
the
Sound better
with
with
a
Sean's
podcast.
putting the cover on it.
Yeah, he's just got a little.
It's a nice mic. You got to keep it nice.
Very nice. And some might say, like,
10
what
box
is this podcast? What is it for? Who is it
Yeah,
for?
who are these guys?
Who are these guys? Exactly.
What are they doing?
We haven't talked about us in a while.
No,
We'll
that's
get back to the things I have on my phone and my ideas and my notes. But like, let's like talk about our how are things and like we come from the Delta City, which is the outskirts of Detroit. Not the outskirts.
We're from
but actually it is
Ferndale,
technically the
yeah.
outskirts. The little town called
We're from
Ferndale.
Ferndale.
We've been growing up there. We met Chris there when we were in high school. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good friends. We hang out, and this is what we want to do. We want to like try this medium, try this like this elastic new world.
We like getting
of media.
together. We like talking. And
Yeah.
hopefully this year we'll do some more. Because we got more other creative projects in mind as well that I think we're all going to like try to get on,
We like to
Absolutely.
use the podcast as a way to get comfortable with our content ideas and
Yeah.
put ourselves out on camera.
It's been
and,
helping a lot.
Yeah.
get, bounce our ideas around. and
Lots of ideas
Yeah, it's
around.
making us more comfortable, getting us literally
the
getting
easiest
us
way to
together.
talk about our ideas.
This is
is
the only
just,
time we hang out.
Is the pod,
Almost.
and we.
Well, it's hard to
it's
talk
a good
about
time.
other stuff
I'm
when we're not
kidding.
doing the pod. It's like I want to talk about stuff, but I want to save it for when we're
Save
on
it
for the pod. Save it for the pod.
Always save it for the pod, especially like
Yeah.
with we're just interested in a lot of art. We're interested in a lot of like music and film and having like comedy and having like fun and
A lot of
doing cool
inspirations.
things. A lot of inspirations.
Squishmallows.
You keep dropping your phone.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, hopefully we'll
There's no like art.
So we're dropping your
armrest,
phone.
but I keep dropping it.
So we're saying as a Delta City group, New Year's
Take care of your
resolution,
phone.
there's going to be more content. That's one of our resolutions. More content, more pods,
more pods.
goofiness.
Yeah.
Hopefully
more, like,
hopefully
segments,
guests.
fun
I think we want
segments.
guests.
Yeah,
right?
we're talking about bringing guests on the pod.
Maybe that will be. In
We're
the
shooting
year
a movie.
Movie.
Movie's
TV
coming this
show.
year. Full movie.
Yep.
I'm kidding.
Full movie.
Full movie. Yeah,
Full movie.
Yeah.
Feature length.
Feature length. We're gonna send it in to Paramount.
I'll be in all the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So what are
Yeah.
individuals? Ross, how about you start? What's your individual resolutions?
My resolution for
Yeah.
this new year, 2024.
Yes, sir.
Shit. Well, it's always very similar when a new year comes around. It's always like new beginnings for me. New like
year, new me.
more like sticking to what the core goal is. Basically, meaning like bettering my life.
Yep.
And when it comes to health and
Get better at
mindfulness
everything.
and just getting
pretty good already.
He
Yeah,
said,
get
get
better
better
at
at everything.
get better,
Improvement.
improving
Yeah.
myself.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Improving myself. Like when it comes to
Teasing you.
schedules, I understand. We're on a pod. It's comedy pod.
It's sensitive, guys.
I'm
No.
not hurt. I'm just talking.
We're bullying. Bullying.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
I have, I have goals that.
He's Johnny Knoxville on the ringer.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll
What do
talk
you
about that
mean?
later.
We're all bullying you.
Yeah, we're bullying.
Oh
you,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are the.
Oh,
Other
Oh,
actors.
yeah.
Nice.
We're-
Other actors.
Guess so.
Sorry, go ahead. No,
I
I
know
feel
where
you
we
on
stand
this
now.
bettering
Okay.
myself.
That was
I feel
such a
ya.
good movie. But anyway, no, it's just when it comes to health and exercise and routine and discipline, all that
Yeah.
stuff. It all
I'm
goes
all
in with
about that.
scheduling
Mine
and
is
money. But
to quit vaping.
that's good.
It's
I
good.
gotta
Yeah.
quit vaping.
Yeah, that's a good
dude.
one.
Good resolution, bro.
Quit vaping is
Got
good.
to.
I'm gonna quit smoking
Get this
weed too.
freaking sleep apnea figured out. I snore like crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
It's
a good-
crazy.
pretty dangerous
It is
sounding
pretty
snore.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Vaping and sleep apnea. That's my freaking resolution.
Revolution's figuring those
Fixing
out.
that up.
I
Yeah.
gotta be able to breathe.
Those are good
Yeah.
though, man. That's smart. You
Yeah,
know,
those are
good ones.
It's good goals,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
good, yeah.
It's
More
healthy
power to you.
goals, man.
Step by step, you know.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mine's
Yeah,
also
indeed.
sleep related.
Get more sleep.
No, I'm just
and
terrible
sleep
at
and
you know,
more.
staying up late. You know,
Go to bed.
going
Yeah.
to you know,
Not going to
sleeping
bed.
in. I just want to even on on the weekends, I just need to get on a better schedule.
Yeah.
Then plus eating better,
A little more motivated.
working out better, just bettering yourself, like Ross said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think that's just usually my New Year's resolutions ends up being is just bettering myself. Like, it's always the same thing. It's I can't stray too much. It's never a specific thing. It's always just
Right.
bettering. I don't
Which
know.
is,
I've
that's
never
all
had
right, you know?
I'm other than once where I was I'm just not gonna smoke weed and I'm not gonna drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna do that, see how long I go. I did that last year, and I lasted until mid-February, and it was the best time. It was
Yeah.
nice to refresh and just.
Right.
Have you ever been? Have
She
you ever
said 2
been?
weeks. This is the best time.
Have you ever been hydrated? Have you ever
Yes.
been well fed? Have you ever been well rested
Of course.
and sober all at the same time?
Of course.
Yeah.
Are
20
are you
years
kidding
ago.
me?
No, yeah. No, seriously.
No, but yeah.
No, I mean,
Oh, are you kidding me? How good it
no,
feels? Oh.
all the things, you're well rested and
Yeah.
you're hydrated and you're working out and you're well fed and you're sleeping well and you haven't smoked or drank in a considerable amount of weeks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys done that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No,
Yeah.
serious.
Have you? Not?
Not in a while. No.
Not in a while either.
All
no.
of those things.
All
I'm
those
pretty
things.
sure
I
Well
was doing it
fed,
for
exercising, and
Oh, yeah.
sober, and
this
Wait,
past
when's the
semester
la-
because I was thinking,
You're like,
Not for
yeah,
long, but
I'm
I've
great,
been
yeah.
there.
I've never-
it's hard.
Yeah.
No, it's a difficult.
Yeah.
You see, I'm back now.
Barely,
I've been
though.
back for a couple weeks with
Yeah.
this thing, but it's
What's the,
Couple
constant
weeks.
development. You
it's
know.
the New Year. We have the next 48 hours to enjoy ourselves before the 12. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm living it up now. I'm eating all the cookies I can and eating all the.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact that you have it in mind, I think
Oops,
that's
you know,
that's
candy.
important. And the fact that you are you had a few months last that you're making that improvement. So it's not like you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you
guess I
might be-
struggle with that stuff. So it's just
Right.
part of.
I don't
Same.
think
Part of me,
anybody
you know.
doesn't. Yeah.
You've gone cold everything, nothing, and you've been
Yeah.
Ross just can't believe it.
I can't
No,
believe
I
it.
know.
No.
I literally did because I had
Maybe
I
not
felt
everything all at
wanted-
once.
That's
I'm
what
thinking
I'm
I'm lying to
saying.
myself.
No,
For
I'm
sure
not
lying
lying.
to myself
Eating
right now.
well,
A lot of
Eating
those.
well,
Yeah.
and exercising,
Maybe for, a
and
day.
not smoking,
Because
and
I'm
for-
I want to see how this
for, like, a
actually
Maybe you had a
days.
good day on accident.
Yeah,
and
I've
it
had
just
a good
happened to
day
be like
before,
that.
and a couple. I'm serious.
No,
No, I
was feeling
know.
good on that
Now
for,
I'm thinking
a
about
few-
it more,
That's
and I'm
great.
like, wait.
Yeah.
I wish I was like that. I wish I could just do
No,
that.
but it's hard. It's hard. That's what I'm saying. It's
At first,
hard
we're all
to
like,
keep
yeah,
that.
we've done that. they were like, wait, have I done that?
Actually,
Yeah, wait, what? You haven't?
Yeah, literally since I
No,
was
it's not.
13.
It's
That was
not
a good
an easy
question,
thing to
okay.
do. It's not. It's not.
Take back
at
the
all.
bullying.
Because you consider. Because you consider everything that we're doing. However you're busy. Everyone has busy, especially when we're all adults and working. And so keeping up with I gotta eat
Life
healthy and work out and stay healthy and eat make meals. Make actual good meals. It's
Actual
hard to,
good meals
hard to keep up with
and
that.
have a diet, and be hydrated.
Be
with
hydrated,
the
get
amount
good
of
sleep.
not being sick.
It's not an easy task to do.
yeah.
You're not
And David
crazy for
has
being
3
yeah.
kids. So he has to take care of
Yeah, he's straight as an arrow. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so I don't blame
Chris is
Shit's going
joking.
smooth.
Chris is joking. Yeah, he didn't.
Shit's going smooth.
It's going smooth.
Yeah.
Do any of you have kids?
Shut
I actually have
up.
6.
I actually have 6. Yeah.
Niece
Does
and
anybody
a
have kids they
nephew.
don't want to talk about?
Just a
No,
niece
you
and a
know,
nephew.
none of us have kids.
I'm kidding. It's for the pod.
For the
It's for the
pod.
pod.
David and
It's
Chris.
entertainment. What am I? I'm just livening up
No,
the
I don't
conversation.
even.
What
I don't
are you
even think
doing?
I had any accident. There's no
No,
accidents.
never scare.
No
Never.
scares for me. So
Uh,
I know there isn't an accident. No, there were scares,
No.
but I
Yeah,
took
there
care
is.
of them. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if there was something
No,
that
there were
happened,
scares. There were scares for sure.
Yeah, there were scares. There were
There were
scares. There were
scares.
scares, guys. I swear.
Your phone keeps falling. You fucking dumbass.
Is it really? Is that what I'm doing? Is that what I'm doing right now? I keep putting it up here and it's just falling down.
Everyone's
When's
of
it
you
falling
guys.
down though? Every time I look at it, it's up.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a stable position.
Oh,
How-
look, I'm
how is it doing
moving.
it? It's so crazy how this shit works, dude.
The phone's still up. Look.
Explain gravity to me.
It's when you pick the things fall down because it gets heavy.
Well, how come balloons?
Yeah.
Then how do hydrogen balloons? Like, what's that?
That's the.
Weighs less than
You
air.
got it. The hair,
It's less
the
than
hot-
air.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
the
how
hot
does
air.
It, how does it not?
Come
how
on,
does
man.
it? If everything's just stuck to the ground and like even a feather can drop,
Yeah.
how come a hot air? How come a helium balloon goes
Because
up?
of the cold air up in the temperature mixed with the hot air.
It's like a tornado.
So
You know,
helium is.
heat rises.
But how come gravity isn't just pulling it down?
Because it's stronger than gravity.
Yeah.
I'm stronger than gravity.
You are.
I am stronger
Yeah.
than gravity.
We
You
all
can
are.
support yourself.
But
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
literally
flying.
we're
Standing upright?
supporting
Yeah,
ourselves right
that's
But I
now.
don't
what-
float
you're
away.
stronger
We're
than
supporting
gravity.
ourselves against
If you can
gravity
stand
right
up.
now. Gravity is pushing against.
But a
us.
balloon is like light. How does it fly? I'm just picking your brains, guys.
it's
That's all
'cause
I
they're
know.
different.
Something to think about. Okay,
I
something
don't
to think
like
about.
this.
It's scientific
It's
composition.
scientifically proven that the gas inside
the
the ball
gases, yeah.
is has more. You know, there's more space in between the molecules,
Yeah.
so it's lighter than the gas
The
here.
more dense, yeah, because I think
It's density.
it's a density. Yeah, it all has to do with
Density thing,
density,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. But I can't explain. I'm not a scientist on
I'm no
that.
scientist.
Google it.
What are you guys talking about?
Andrew, hey, where are ya?
We need our buddy Andrew, our producer. We need our
Darn it.
producer here. Where has he been?
We need our producer. Like,
But that goes on to one of my New Year's resolutions. Is just graduating from school in May. So hopefully I'll get that
Yeah.
done. Get my bachelor's. You know.
Oh, hey, congrats!
Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
Well, in May, but I'll say
Yeah.
it then.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Right. Don't give me the congrats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would-
No,
yeah.
You're gonna graduate.
Knock
sir.
on wood, dude.
Here we go.
It's in the last semester. I'm hoping hard. Yeah.
What did you say?
I'm the Sean White of school.
I'm
His
like
name's Sean too.
No, I'm like that. What's that movie that Ryan Gosling starred in back in the day? That
Barbie.
It was
Van
like
Wilder.
Van Wilder. I'm Van
Yeah.
Wilder because I'm like an older guy, you know.
Oh.
Back in school. Yeah.
Was that a movie?
That's
Yeah,
another movie,
it's
maybe.
about
Yeah,
a
it
guy
was-
who
it was-
never left
It
college.
was our movie
Yeah.
this week.
That's
You didn't
me.
watch it?
Is it really? The guy never.
Yeah. No.
Well, I mean, I'm putting it on the list.
Yeah, we're putting it on the. Yeah.
We can watch it next time. I'm down. I've never seen it. Have you
I've
seen
only
it?
seen it once. I think
you
there's
gotta
two
watch
of them.
Undercover
No,
it's
I've
a
only
sequel.
seen it
I
like
think
once.
that's the next one.
It's a
Undercover
solid.
brother.
I can't. I can't even like without spoiling. I can't even give you the. I want you to see it blind. Like just watch it.
What, Undercover Brother?
Undercover Brother.
Undercover
That could
Do
be
you,
nice.
do you have any idea what it is?
Yeah,
or-
I haven't seen it. No, I
No
don't know.
clue.
It's kind of like
You
a
keep thinking of the
007
Blues
spoof.
Brothers.
That's a good movie though.
That could be
But
or
it's
not.
I've never seen that
It's
either.
Undercover Brother.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, dang.
Eddie Griffin and Dave Chappelle's in it. What's his name? Neil Patrick Harris is in it. Is it? No. The dude from Malcolm in the Middle who plays Stevie's dad, he's in it.
Oh,
He's Smart Brother.
he was really funny
Smart
in the
Brother,
show.
Conspiracy Brother, the Sister Girl. It's great. It's a great movie, bro. It's a funny movie.
We just saw a
Just
movie.
writing these ones.
Yeah,
down.
do we
Van Wilder.
want to
Dude,
get
I'm
into
still
movie
full
talk?
From the Calabasas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's go into
it was
nice
good.
movie talk.
We're at the Kielbasa at
we
the
had a
at the
little
White's
dinner and a
estate.
show at what? Yeah.
At White
We were
House.
just at White's house for those of you that are listening.
And we watched a movie this week.
White's, you know, it's,
We've mentioned him a lot.
he's a mystery. You know, he's an enigma. He might be a figment of our imagination, but he's our friend.
What if he? Yeah, I didn't think about that.
That's some deep
Who
talk.
knows, yeah.
Nobody else knows this guy except
No
us,
one
you know?
goes over there. We told everybody that.
We only.
We just walk into an empty house every time.
It is kind of weird to be with Whitus in a different location other than his house.
That is, yeah.
It's like a weird.
like a
He's
concert.
not really
It's like
there.
whoa, like it's,
Yeah.
oh,
No one
man.
else sees him.
I see him at the Crowfoot.
Only we see him because he's so. You know,
Only we see him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
No, even at Westbourne.
No
like,
one
He doesn't talk to anyone else but us.
yeah, he only
even,
talks.
even at the old,
He's
even at the old
imaginary.
grocery job, like he used to like visit, like, you know, and he goes shopping there all the time, and
Yeah.
we used to work there. Like nobody else would notice him, and me and him would be doing like some
Oh,
crazy
yeah, I
stuff.
remember
We'd
when-
always be like,
Westbourne.
like
It's the show, Marky.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the guy.
Right. Yeah.
That's a guy like that'd be
Very-
cool. That'd be
But no,
cool.
we'd always like pretend beef with each other, and like a couple people would know. a
Some of you
few
guys
times
would
he'd
do
be
that
like,
all
"Who
the time.
was that guy?" And I'd be like, "Oh, he's like some guy I don't get along with." And they're like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
And you're
so
so
random.
put
Mean
off.
mug
'cause
'em?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I don't get like I get along with everyone, so it's
Yeah.
like, wait, you don't
You
get
said
along
it to a
with some guy?
coworker?
Yeah, I
Dude.
said it to one of my coworkers that I
Cool,
worked
I
with.
don't
They
work
didn't
with
know,
him.
No, and you was a running bit for a minute, like
and
a gag.
I was a manager, I was assistant manager, and I was just like, yeah, I was like, he's
Fuck
a
that
regular.
guy.
I was like, I don't
Fuck
work
that
with him.
customer.
I was
I
like,
don't
he's an
fuck with him,
asshole.
yeah.
I
I hate that
literally said
customer.
that, and yeah, he would always just stereotype.
It's
Yeah,
funny because he's
playing
like,
into
what's
it.
going
Yeah.
on?
That's like,
That's great.
Yeah.
Loves
yeah,
West
he's like
Warren.
this tall
Dude, this
old
guy-
dude. Like, yeah,
yeah.
you have like.
Should I call
beef
somebody?
with
Yeah.
him?
Should I call the
Should I
police?
call? Yeah, I'm like, no, you're
This
good.
guy a
Should I get
problem?
security? Is
Like,
this guy a problem?
He's a pussy. You're good.
He's a pussy. Don't buck on him.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we were
that's
just
fun.
at
He's
house
fucking great. Don't say
watching
his
The
name.
Ringer.
Yeah, that was a movie, The Ringer.
The Ringer.
You guys
yeah.
know if you saw last pod, you would know.
Yeah. Go back to last ep.
I recommend
Listen
it.
to that
Yeah,
until
pause
we
this.
until we mention
Go back
that
to
we're gonna watch
last
this movie,
episode.
Watch the movie and
and
then
then
come
we're
back.
gonna watch movie and then come back and then listen to here because we're talking about The Ringer because we all watch
Ready?
it together.
And we're back. Did you like the movie?
Wasn't
Oh,
that
we
awesome?
loved
Was it
it.
good?
It's so everyone
Dude, it
needs
was
to
so
see
good.
this.
No,
fucking
I'm so
I
movie.
glad you
know.
guys loved it. I'm
Dude,
glad you
oh
guys
my
loved
god,
it.
there's like
Shit.
10 different plot lines.
There's
They're all
literally
intertwined.
like a spider
Every
web
joke
of like
hit.
issues happening, and it all stems from one incident, one like crazy incident. And,
One
and the
accident,
plot twists, there's plot twists. So like, there's at least 3 plot twists where it's like, oh, you think it's gonna go one way, but how is he gonna, circumnavigate his situation through each thing for each person? You know, there's the girl, there's his
It
uncle.
would get me though, because I would be like, "Oh, now this is gonna happen because that just happened."
Yeah, it's like that though. Like the narrative of the movie is like really good.
Yeah.
The plot and the
Stupid.
like what happens in each scene, like it really, like you can't go without a scene. It's almost like that's what I meant by a perfect movie when we were watching it. Like it's literally like there's not there's not a line or a scene or an interaction with the characters that couldn't be, otherwise the plot wouldn't fuck up. You know?
Oh yeah, there was
Yeah,
nothing
I get
there
what you're
that
saying.
felt like wasteful. That wasn't unnecessary.
Yeah, there
Right,
wasn't
yeah,
any.
right.
It felt like it was moving along very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like from scene to scene.
But not too
Yeah,
quickly.
only an hour and a half movie. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's not too long.
yeah. It's called The Ringer. Why is
The
he
Ringer.
The Ringer?
Yeah,
Because
I
you
never
know what
got
a ringer
because-
is. Like
It's the
a
one that
ringer in a
everyone's
fight.
betting?
Like he's gonna win for sure. The ringer.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's
So
the
in horse
thing.
betting, if he's the ringer,
the
he's
ringer.
Exactly.
he's the horse that was.
It's a
leader.
play
Oh,
on
they're
words.
gonna-
Yeah,
they're gonna- okay.
yeah. So it's a very I don't know, and I'm like,
Right. Hold
Well,
on.
yeah.
Let me, the
Yeah.
ringer, right?
Yeah.
no,
So
you're right.
That's what it
It's
means.
the one everyone's cheating on to like
The
win
wiener.
the horse
They
race.
know he's gonna win for
Yeah,
sure.
the one
Yeah, so
who's-
it's like
The ringer.
Like
Like the
wiener.
doctor. The doctor is
that's-
actually
if you've
The
seen the
shoe-in.
movie, you would see like that's
shoe-in.
kind of the plot of like he's playing in this. It's crazy. He's playing
the
in the
Special
Special
Olympics.
Olympics. Yeah, he's got to fix the Special Olympics.
He's
and-
playing with a bunch of people that are learning disabled, Special Olympics, and he has to
mentally
pretend to
challenged,
be
mentally disabled.
to get through because he has a conundrum. He has like a thing falls into his lap, and a thing at work, and he has to like an incident happens where somebody loses. Can we just talk about the plot? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was
So the
it
guy
2005.
The guy, his custodian that he
Told him
works
to
at, he
watch
works
the
at a
movie.
normal office,
Yeah,
and
they
some
watched
office
it.
the
job.
custodian guy is gonna get fired by the boss, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Hire you to work
He's
for
like,
my
he
apartment.
tells him
So he just
tells
got
him to fire him, to fire
Yeah,
the
he tells
janitor.
Johnny not
He
to.
just
So
got
he's like,
character
"Oh, the
promoted.
janitor is a nice guy, and he has like a home." And he's like, "Oh, I have a family, wife, and kids. What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "You can work in my
Such a
apartment
sweet old
complex.
man.
You work in my apartment
Yeah,
complex."
he doesn't have the balls to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the balls.
He's
to
like,
He
fire
doesn't have
"You
the
work
balls
in-
to fire him. No, he doesn't.
He
he's
hires him for more money than what he's making,
And
he's also
benefits
like, he's
and
like,
health
yeah, I can get you
benefits.
health benefits.
He's
too."
cowering.
He
Yeah.
tries,
Do
he
it.
tries convincing the dude to quit. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're too smart to work here." He's like, "No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
No.
dumb even in my country."
Yeah.
yeah, right. No,
He's
I'm
like,
a dumbass.
yeah,
This
Stavi's
is-
not too bright in
He's
his
like,
country.
no, this
yeah.
is the perfect job for me.
Yeah, right.
He's trying to get him to quit, or you don't want to do this. You know,
So
let's
yeah,
scrub
so
the
he ends up,
toilets.
Stavi ends up like hurting himself working for Johnny
Working
Knoxville
for-
character.
yeah.
Like, he's cutting the grass and he ends up like cutting his fingers off. And then, so now
He cuts his fucking fingers
Two
off on
middle
his hands. He has to run to the hospital. It's a whole work incident thing
Yeah.
because he's now working for him.
and he never got health insurance for Stavi. So
Right. So now
Yeah,
he
so
has
So
Pay
to,
out
Johnny
of
Knoxville's
pocket.
on the hook for his hospital bill
yes.
if he
Right.
wants the surgery
has to
done.
pay
So
the
that's
money.
the initial
28
conflict.
grand.
Yeah.
20 grand. He has to
Without
figure
anesthesia.
out.
without anesthesia.
He has to figure out all this money. So he
Without
he doesn't know what to do. He's distraught. He doesn't know how to come up with the money. So he calls his uncle. That's his uncle.
Yeah,
I
that
guess?
his uncle owes him some money.
And owes him some money. He's
Yeah.
like, I need $1,500 trying to get some money together, and that's when it like kicks off.
Where's
that,
the
like,
uncle from again? Another show.
Yeah, he's Brian Cox he's Logan Roy from Succession.
Yeah, Succession. Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
new show. If anyone's watching.
Nice.
But yeah, so then his uncle, he calls his uncle, and his uncle's his own character that you find out is like
He's got his own situation.
Yeah.
The mob dudes have to
like gambling addicts.
have to like they want their money or whatever. So
because
he
he
has
owes
to find
someone
money
else
now.
some money. Yeah, so
And so the uncle has to find money. So they're stuck. So they team up together to go to the Special
the uncle
Olympics.
comes up with the plan. He sees
His
the
uncle's
Special
like-
Olympics.
The
Like
Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
of the
and the whole
Special
thing, he's like,
Olympics.
"Well, you're pretty stupid.
Jimmy.
Like, you could do this.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you?"
And Johnny
like-
Knoxville was very reluctant the whole time. He did not want to do this from the.
that's what I was
Right.
gonna say.
He
He was
I
like,
like
"What? Like,
they
that's not
made that
cool."
uncle and Johnny Knoxville character. I like how they made that dynamic of like explaining like.
He very
Like
pressured
making-
him to do it.
Yeah, well, and also like how the uncle was like, "Hey, these are the people." Like, kind of that he's like that face of being the people that don't really understand mentally disabled people at all,
Yeah.
and just thinking they're
Right.
stupid and like, oh, they,
No, they're
whatever.
just dumb,
Johnny
right.
Knoxville is like
No.
that guy, like he doesn't know anything about him, but and he eventually like finds out, and you see
He's
like
like-
he stands up for all, he's
Right.
like, "Hey, don't call it like
Oh,
those
he
are my
does
friends."
like kind of figure out like, oh, there are all these people. That
Yeah,
there's
he's-
a
Yeah,
special-
because
they're
he doesn't know how to
actors.
act, and they're like, "You're
Yeah.
not acting." You know.
He doesn't right. So he has to figure. Okay, I get. Yeah, he has to.
yeah, he doesn't.
He's innocently.
Johnny,
He's just put in a situation.
yes,
He's
Yeah,
put in
yeah.
that shitty situation. He has to figure out his way out from that beginning. You know.
right.
'Cause for
But
being
then
a nice
he goes
guy.
along with his own. He's like, all right. He's like, if this was a way we can make money, I got to make money for Stabby. And his uncle like is making him feel bad. Yeah, he's like, Stabby's got to get your fingers and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then and then so he goes to the Special Olympics. That whole like,
And there's the
thing
love
plops
interest with the
out.
girl where he
Yeah.
has to pretend to be mentally disabled.
Yeah, how
to
is he
the-
to
to
pull
her.
this chick? You
Yeah, he's
know?
gonna.
how does
now
he
he's a
pull
chick
this
he falls
chick
in love
now?
with. Now he has to act. Like, what are we going to use? What word
Just
are we gonna
mentally
use?
disabled.
Mentally
Yeah.
disabled.
Yeah,
He has to
mentally
act.
disabled.
He has to act a
is
certain
fine.
way in
Yep.
front of the girl
Fine.
to make it seem like he's part of the Special Olympics. So he's got to tussle or like balance this like weird life and this weird like thing that he's got to get.
But the
through.
other athletes like
and the other
caught
athletes too.
onto him.
They
quick.
catch
Caught on
on.
quick.
They catch
Yeah.
on to
Like,
him.
why are you talking different?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Like,
talking
wait.
like normal. and they're like-
It's like baby steps too. It's like they see little things, like little like he's talking normal. For
and they're
a
making
second.
fun of him. They're like, "My name's Jeffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
like-
one."
And
Like,
when he
give
passes
me
the
a
ketchup,
hug.
when he's trying to ask him to pass the ketchup, he's like, "Pass the ketchup," and then he kind of went real for a second. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where they're
He's
catching
pissed.
on.
Voice
They're
change.
He's
yeah.
getting pissed.
Hold
They're
on.
bullying him for
They're
so
bullying
long.
him. He's pissed. They don't, yeah. That whole scene, like he has to
So good.
navigate
That
every
was
moment.
really good comedy. Like that's the thing. I
Yeah.
think that was like good writing with that. Because it kind of seems simple, but it was also like just pure gold.
Yeah, it was
It's
very well
pure
done.
gold. It's very well done.
Yeah.
It's wholesome too. It's like
Yeah.
So
they're
a lot of the
actual
most of the
mentally
jokes
disabled people.
That actually working in that film.
Yeah,
and
actually working in the film. They
acting.
got them jobs for the film, and they're like they're doing scenes by them, and
Yeah.
you can tell there's that one scene where Johnny literally breaks, like because
He
the
laughs,
The
yeah.
ice
kid
cream
says
scene.
something funny,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's he's.
I've
like,
seen that
cracks
reel on
up.
Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, and
So
Johnny
funny.
Knoxville is a good actor.
Yeah,
He's
a
good
really
for
good
he's
actor.
good for that role.
That
He
metal
does look
scene?
like he could be Jim Carrey though.
He does look
Oh,
like
yeah.
a Jim Carrey
Yeah.
role. Like,
It's a Jim Carrey type role. Yeah, we were kind of talking about.
kind of looks like him. I mean, he's got
Nah.
the fat tie too, the
No.
fat like late '90s tie. He's got
Yeah.
Same tie he has in like The Mask and stuff, and Liar Liar.
No, he is like I'd say Jim Carrey and Johnny Knoxville would be. Maybe I wouldn't say Johnny Knoxville as good as an actor as Jim Carrey, but they played that same type of roles
Yeah,
because they're funny as fuck. But they
Yeah.
also like Johnny Knoxville can be serious,
And he did all his own stunts.
and they do
when
all the
he's
stunts
training,
and like
Do his
kinda
own
weird
stunts.
things.
jackass shit.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
Where
Yeah.
he's training with them because he convinces them, or he's on their side.
Yeah, they
now.
figure out.
They figure
yeah.
it out, and he's
They
and
want to
he's-
help him
and
out.
then
They want to help him out, get the
That's-
money for the.
when he's truly honest, and he's
Yeah,
he's
when
not lying anymore.
He's
and
Exactly.
treating
truly
them
honest
normally.
with
and like,
when he's being honest, things
Yeah.
start working out for him.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
When he's being
Yeah.
honest and he starts opening up with his situation, and that's so true. Is because
Yep.
wait all the way to the end, like he's literally has the
Exactly.
microphone, and he's like, "I'm a
he had to
I'm
go
a
up in
I'm
front of
liar, I'm a
everyone
fake
and
fraud.
tell,
I'm a fraud."
tell
Yeah.
everyone that he was a fraud in
That's
front
so
of everyone.
crazy.
in front of the girl for the first time.
Yeah, in front of his girl, exactly for the first time.
What is
in
her
front
name?
of
I keep-
Catherine
I'm a
Heigl.
shithole. He's got to confess.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with
Oh, it was a good
confessing, and
movie.
he's got to confess to like the
Oh,
priest,
that scene
too.
was
Like,
hilarious.
even the
Which
guy,
one?
even the father was like,
Punched the
"Fuck,"
shit out.
Yeah,
Yeah. But then
the-
I liked how the father
confessional.
ended up betting on Jeffy.
Yeah.
Because they knew he's
He
like,
knew
oh,
that he
it's
was
like,
faking.
I love the
like,
ending.
well, let
how
me make some money.
He's
the other
conniving.
kid won the race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Glenn.
Glenn.
Because he gets the money.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Glenn ended up
That's
winning.
so clever.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
that's the plot twist.
Because
at
they were
end,
always
where-
The
saying, too,
audience
they're like,
wouldn't
hey,
really
Glenn,
be
they're like, Glenn
happy
is always
if
near the
Johnny
top.
Knoxville's character ended up winning.
Right, yeah.
Like you'd
Yeah.
be like,
He doesn't
Yeah.
deserve it.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, especially if he had to explain he was like number one, and then he had to explain
That'd
that
be
would have
worse,
been even
yeah.
worse.
That'd be worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Interesting. Yeah. So that's
In a way, you know, I don't know.
Well,
it's still
no,
bad. It's still
yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
just fun because it is fucked up to do that. Like
It
if you on paper if you were to go to the Special Olympics and do that for money, that's a fucked up thing.
It's
to
very,
fucking do.
yeah, that's
Like,
very fucked
obviously
up.
it
Oh, yeah,
pretend to be
right.
like that. But it was
They
the-
know how
it was,
fucked
it was
up it
the
is, so it's funny
situation.
to joke about doing it.
It's kind,
You
yeah,
know,
it kind
like-
of,
So
No
absurd.
one would ever do
it's
that.
so
No, it's so
absurd.
absurd,
Yeah,
yeah.
it kind of
It's so
and
absurd.
with his situation specifically, it kind of makes it like, is it okay with what he's doing? Like,
Yeah, because he's helping out someone. Like
he's
else,
helping out
like that.
someone and kind of going along with someone's idea and like trying to make it work. And we got to come up with a plan
Right,
like, next
yeah.
week. Like it's the only option I have. Like there's the
He
money
doesn't
right
want
there.
to do it.
He
Like,
doesn't want to do it. Yeah.
No, it was a great movie, and even I loved Jimmy, like the Jimmy character, because it's just like the
Yeah,
Michael
he's
Jordan.
kinda-
Yeah,
of
the Michael-
Special
He was
Olympics.
sick.
Yeah.
He's a cocky
he's a
fucking
celebrity.
stud, like,
He's a
does
celebrity
everything.
athlete.
So-
you
Yeah,
know, he
he's a
just
celebrity athlete.
Early in the movie,
Sick.
I was kind of thinking that the plot line was going to be that he was going to be faking as well, but I was
No,
wrong.
yeah.
No, I think
And that's the
That's
thing.
why
He
he
actually
was so
still got
good
first.
that,
He
like,
actually still got
David.
first
That
place.
was- yeah.
I was kidding.
no, they're all
Uh,
legit. They're all legit
Yeah.
people. They're all
Mentally
legit.
disabled.
I'm
Yeah,
just
mentally
kidding.
mental challenge. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
just
cut
kidding.
that.
But no, it's cool
I'm
because they bring that
kidding.
up. The
But
uncle
Anita-
said tards, and he's like, "Hey, that's not cool to say." And that was in a time during 2005. That was still people were
Yeah.
saying retard a lot,
Yeah.
and being like, "Hey, you're a
Yeah,
retard."
sure.
Like,
As
whatever.
As a,
Yeah,
as
it's
a, as an
cancel me
insult.
right now.
Word,
But
it's
no,
As an
like
insult.
we can.
Yeah.
But it's an and like so that movie was like, no, this
Was
is
a
an
good-
insult. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, right.
don't say that. These are like real people.
And
These
he
are my
learns
friends.
that lesson because
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
become
the movie was
his
real.
true
It's a really cool
human
movie.
friends. They become like his closest friends.
And show and
Yeah,
I
that's
did
his
it
friends
is ever in
afterwards.
his life,
He does.
yeah.
He does the act. The open up the
That's the
theater. with
theater.
For
them.
me, having like I have an aunt who's mentally disabled, and like doing in Ferndale, we actually had a peer to peer. Like I think it was
Yeah.
our junior year. They
Yeah, I did
opened
that.
up
That
a
was one of my
peer-to-peer
favorite
program.
classes. For real.
Favorite classes,
great.
yeah.
Best
Seriously,
classes.
and you learn that like literally these people are just they're amazing people, and that you
Yeah.
just need to like if you don't know anything about mentally disabled people, if you feel weird about them, just go to a class like where you work with them, or go to like
an
I
adult.
don't know.
like,
They have
thing,
dances. Like my aunt, she goes like she would used to go to this workshop where they would just like do work out there and like do crafts and like go bowling, go dancing,
Yeah.
and it was like a
Hang
social
out.
event for all of and so
Yes.
like but you could go like like I would go to some of her dances and like dance with it was so much fun.
Yeah,
like,
little activities and stuff. And
yeah.
Is that why the movie got some
That's what
flack?
they need.
when
They
it
need
first
love,
came out,
man.
You think? Because they were making fun of,
Well, I don't know. I think at first I don't
Special
think the
needs.
movie like got a lot of
or just the
attention,
movie.
but
I
Yeah.
would say
I
don't think
I think
this.
it was
I
just
think I
more-
remember
really
people
heard of
talking
it.
about it like recently. People were like, "Oh, I
Because
don't know about
I've
this
seen
movie."
it on the
This-
reels. On
That's
Instagram
what I'm
reels
saying.
and
I don't know
shit.
if like people were talking about it recently,
kind of
saying it's a bad.
resurfaced. John
yeah.
Knoxville made this movie.
Just like this movie on paper sounds really bad, but
Bad,
I think in
yeah.
the actual movie,
If you
there's
watch the
not
movie.
really like much, or if anything, that actually makes fun of mentally disabled
Yeah.
people.
No, if
In
anything,
fact, it
it
kinda
builds
Treat them
up.
with respect very well. And
Yeah,
it's,
it
Yeah,
tells
it's
you to
cool.
like. It has a really heartwarming message.
the whole cast is
Like,
mentally
most of
disabled
it,
people.
yeah, most
mostly.
of it.
Except
you know?
the one guy that I spotted.
Yeah,
He was the
actually, Chris
principal
did
in
spot- that was a good
Wizards of
spot.
Waverly
The
Place.
Wizard
it?
of Waverly Place.
I was like, that's the principal
Yeah.
from
Is it
Wizards
though?
of Yeah.
It was.
We looked it
'cause
up.
he
It's the same
IMDb'd
guy,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
He's just some other cool shit, too.
Okay. That's
I forgot his name,
Yeah.
though.
So he's acting it.
Yeah. But you could go against. I mean, Gilbert Grape.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Leonardo
there's-
DiCaprio.
Everyone's done it.
Yeah, I mean,
Bill Chott is the
you
actor.
you do it with respect, you know. And
He's
Yeah.
one with the big fish eye
But that is the
glasses.
thing too. That's a big thing. Is that hey, that showed that mentally disabled people they can act in movies just as much, you know.
And the
It's
movie
funny
is
that
just
Tropic
really
Thunder-
well written, too. So I give it... What do you give it?
Yeah,
Or
Out
you
of
star
rating?
it? A Delta star?
Delta
How
star.
many Delta stars?
Are we doing out of
I'll
5
do-
or out of 10?
Let's do
8 out of 10.
Are we doing out of 5 or out of 10?
Out of
for
10.
Delta?
Out of 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
I usually judge. I like to keep the 9s rare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 9.5s.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go an 8 with this one because I was like,
Cool.
that's a pretty good score.
I'm going to go an 8.5 because I don't know if I should give it a 9.
Right.
'Cause I haven't, we haven't seen a lot of... We gotta keep going.
Yeah.
We don't do the ratings every
Oh,
time.
right.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
No,
I know. I give
no,
it
we
an
should-
8.5.
We should
Up with
we should
that.
start doing it every time.
Yeah.
When
I
we're
just-
watching
I just
it, we're
wanted
doing
to,
it
I don't know.
the way that you mentioned, like where we do it while we're watching it. That's
Yeah,
good.
we're
That'd be
thinking about
fine.
We
doing
might
that.
do that. Yeah.
Splicing it in between.
What about
Yeah, I do 8 as well.
8 as well? I think 8.6. I'll go.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pretty
Sean
solid.
Wood.
It's a good classic.
it's a classic.
Well, you said it was one of your favorites.
Like
kinda
with
grew
my
up with
brothers.
and
Yeah.
Dad. We watched that
That's
like
cool. I
when it
wish I knew
first
this
came
movie
out.
way
Yeah,
before.
that was a great movie.
Should we take a look at our list? Pick one out for. Oh,
A movie
wait,
list?
Undercover.
Do you guys
Brother?
want? Let's
You
watch
wanna do
Undercover
Undercover
Brother.
We can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, should we see what it's on?
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
Actually, yeah, we don't actually have to do that every time.
I don't
We
know.
can just find it.
We'll find it.
Well,
We'll
it's
find
kind of cool for the viewers. So, yeah, what is it on? We'll just
Undercover
find it.
Brother is a
Yeah,
classic.
What's the
that's good for
website,
the
David?
viewers. Just watch,
Yeah.
so that the audience can know where
Just
they can
watch.
find it.
Undercover Brother. It's Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin's a famous comedian. He's like he's one of the best, funniest comedians.
Andy?
Eddie Griffin and Dave Chappelle's in it. Dave Chappelle has a character in it. Neil Patrick Harris is in it. Who's the guy from SNL? He plays his character named Mr. Feather, and he's from SNL. He's this dude that I can't even remember his name, but anyway,
This
it's a
one's a
classic.
rent one.
It's kind of like a
one's a
007
rent.
spoof.
To rent.
Rent.
Okay.
Yeah.
You always pick the rent ones.
That's okay.
It's a rent. Or,
Rat
yeah,
fuzz
yeah.
about.
'cause
Maybe
it's
we
a-
could get together again for this one.
Yeah, we should.
Unless you have someone has stars. I guess
got
it's
good
on
jokes.
stars.
No, I don't have that one.
On demand.
Yeah, stars.
I miss on demand.
Yeah, that was
on
classic.
demand.
That was Netflix before Netflix.
Comcast on
On
demand.
demand,
Yeah.
bro.
Netflix of
You had that
Netflix.
shit on demand.
On a Saturday morning.
On
when-
demand.
These TV
goddamn.
shows.
Goddamn on
1%.
demand. On demand.
So we're gonna do Undercover
on
Brother
demand.
for next episode.
Undercover
Sounds good.
Brother. Yeah, dude.
Music, Bob,
Music.
music.
Music time.
Music time.
I
So
forgot
we
what
did.
I didn't listen to anything.
Oh, Chris.
I know. I forgot what it was.
Bobby Raps. No,
No,
What was
Busty,
it?
Busty in the bass.
Yeah, busting the bass.
Oh.
Busting. He didn't either.
Oh.
Bro.
Will you
You
tell
have
me
to say-
about
it's
it?
so good. You guys need to
Sean
listen.
listened to it.
We've dropped the
We'll-
ball.
I
We'll
know.
save it for
Sorry.
next
All right,
Well,
then I guess
everyone's
no
so
music talk.
talking
No
about
music
the
talk.
movie. No one really mentioned
Cut it out. Never mind.
All right,
music mind.
talk next episode.
No,
I
you guys
love
should
it.
listen to it though. It's really good.
Let's
Talk
talk
about
about
it. You
music.
guys can talk about it.
Well, we can
I wanna
do
listen- learn
music
about it.
topic. What
We could
what
just do a
music we
general
wanna talk
music
about?
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just general
Okay,
general music. What you listening to? Let's
what are we listening to? Well, I was
listen-
just
listen
listening
to-
to Busting the Bass.
Oh, cool.
We were listening in the car.
Were
What's
you?
that?
You're listening to it in the car on the way here?
Yeah.
We're listening to FIDLAR on the way here.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
right.
Talk about FIDLAR. You guys like FIDLAR?
Did they come out with a
FIDLAR-
new
FIDLAR's a
album?
classic.
We were just talking about how cool
FIDLAR.
they were.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like now, I don't know about.
day.
What'd you say?
Back in our day when we were all listening
Yeah.
to them.
Back in our day when
Album
they had
2.
one album, and they were a band for like 3 or 4 years,
Yeah,
you
when
know.
did they
and
release
they had like
their
one
last
album,
Gods.
and they were just like so cool. And they had a few singles and a couple covers out that they kept putting out, like SoundCloud. They had a few and then they had like a new version of Max Cancer
We can talk about the whole history.
of FIDLAR. Yeah, I love the whole history.
Oh, please do.
Who's the fuck? My brain's not working right now. But I did not sleep well last night. Put that out there. I know.
Come to the pod prepared, man. Come to
So-
the
Didn't
pod.
listen to the album. Didn't get enough sleep.
Nope.
Wait,
I
what
know.
was the FIDLAR talk?
FIDLAR? They
It's a FIDLAR lesson.
they got in Southern California. They got their own like storefront.
Surf.
No, like
Oh.
for their own recording where they lived. They lived in a
Oh.
place, and it was like a building with a storefront. And they had
Oh,
like
really?
a store in the front, and they had parties in it. And on top, they lived
They
in like,
lived-
the
that's
apartment
dope.
complex. And I'm trying to remember the band that lived there before they did. And there's a famous song that's out, and
Really?
it's not 311.
Oh,
it's
it's like kind of
but it's a
like
band
like butt
311?
rock.
butt
band.
rocky.
It's
Yeah.
like a butt rock band.
Was it
Oh.
Trapped or something? No.
Maybe it's not. I don't
something
know.
like that. I know what you mean.
I'm
yeah.
trying to think
Daughtry?
of the song.
No.
No, not Daughtry. No. I don't know. I'm trying to like the
That's
song is on the
hilarious.
tip of my
I
tongue.
know.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
Not, I was gonna say let the bodies hit the floor. It's not that
Oh.
band. But anyway, they bought this band from
It's one of them.
bought this place from that band,
Yeah.
and they turned it into like their party house. So they had parties, and that's where like FIDLAR like came about. Like they would just play there when they had like big parties and shit, and that all their songs are about them partying at these parties. So it's kind of like a snapshot into like.
But
that,
actually,
like,
the first
weird scene.
record, Zach, the lead singer, lives in the studio. Like Elvis worked
That
there, or
is,
something
that was
like
their
that. Or one-
studio. It was the studio. It was
Really?
where they lived. Yeah, it was like
Damn.
every.
See,
I don't know.
that's
If,
what
I don't
we
know if
need to
Elvis and Max lived there, but Zach lived there for sure. And I don't know if like the whole band lived there, but I'm pretty sure at
That's-
some point,
that's what we
when they
end up
needed a place
needing
to
to
stay,
do,
it was like
buy
their
a
headquarters.
building.
It was like the FIDLAR headquarters, you know. I just think that's dope. They and the the trope of DIY, do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like they're just the quintessential do it yourself band. You know, like where they
No, I love
grassroots.
that. I
California
never knew
surf
that.
punk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
You're right on the beach.
All they're only like uploading to YouTube when YouTube wasn't like no ads or anything
Oh,
and like
wow,
stuff like
okay.
that and like SoundCloud. I remember like seeing like I can only find certain covers and certain of their like singles and
Yeah.
stuff
On
through like
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud
I started
and,
deleting
love
them
that.
later.
and like maybe YouTube
Yeah,
and stuff.
I
And
love that.
it's just one of those bands that was just like oh man like
I miss that era of music. Like like those
it's a little
bands where
obscure.
that pop up on YouTube. That you could only.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now YouTube is full of so many old
Yeah,
old
no.
records. I've come across so much like random ass like I don't even know what they are. There's some of them are like Japanese fusion like jazz bands, and some of them are like there's this whole section of Korean music. So there's Korean like pop
Yeah,
K-pop or whatever
right,
that everyone knows like
Yeah.
boy bands and stuff. But there's this one
Girl
like
bands.
niche like indie rock band group set in South Korea.
Oh, you were showing us some of their songs.
Really?
Like
I think so.
a while back.
Yeah, and they're like, I don't understand what they're saying, or like,
But it
because-
sounds dope.
but it sounds,
Doesn't
but
matter,
I'm
yeah.
literally like, I'm like amazed of like how good like of a. They sound like early 2000s like soundtracky kind of like, but they're like the way that they're structured, the way that they hit is like, damn, this is like a bop. Like
Yeah.
you don't even, I don't even know what they're saying, man. They're
I feel about that
Korean,
about some
right.
like anime songs, like the intros.
Yeah.
and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Some
Some
of
of
those
those
intros
intros so
are
hard.
fire.
Yeah.
That's
mean-
like metal, you know, and like you know.
That's what.
Still
That's
go
what.
back to some of the
The
old
Jujutsu Kaisen
Naruto.
one's really good.
That's
I
just
started
like
need to
watching
watch- I
culture,
still need to
you know,
watch that.
privilege.
Theme
Because like that's
song-
you
theme
think about
song's
like
great.
other American music. That's what like some other person in like maybe the Philippines is thinking or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's like oh yeah man that sounds good. I don't understand what they're saying, but sounds good.
No, I just like that's what I listen to anyway. I don't really listen to when I listen to music. I know like,
You don't need to know the lyrics.
I don't.
That's
I
fair.
listen to the music. I listen to like
Right.
the drums and bass and the melody and like even the melody of the voice. I don't
See, I would
even,
like to
hear
talk
the
about
words.
that because that's like a whole thing. Is like people say like, yeah, do you listen to the lyrics or do you listen to music?
I
I go
don't.
on and off. I like to go back and forth.
Yeah,
I
now
think when
I've learned
people
to go
put
on
thought
it.
in the lyrics, it's cool and it's nice to listen
Yeah.
to sometimes. But
Yeah.
mostly, I just like the melody.
It's
of
mostly about the
of
melody.
Yeah,
Like the
that's
ride
the
it
most
takes me.
important part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
that's the thing
baseline.
that sticks with
It's-
you.
and if
the
it's
melody
easy
of
to-
the song,
To
that's the
remember.
thing that's gonna what you
Catchy.
remember.
Yeah.
It's the
Same.
structure. Yeah, that's the structure.
I was like listen like it was like theory. You know, there's it starts at home, and the idea, the general idea of music is like
Yeah.
you know it goes. You can break all the rules you want. You know, when it comes to
Tell
music,
us.
but you start with one tone. And then you go off the tone and come back to it. Go off the tone and see how far you can come back. Then go back to home.
You
It's all
come
about
back
going
home,
back
bro.
to home.
Yeah.
And
But you see how far you can go. Like
yeah,
you
but
know,
see how far you can
go the distance.
and you can, and then you can make a weird left turn and like go into like a minor weird like
Oh,
alternate
yeah.
universe kind of weird.
take a
I
little
love
take a little vacation.
take a little
Yeah.
vacation, a little step back. Like when you listen to Gizzard, King Gizzard.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of that. There's a lot of like
We were
weird
talking
about
like,
them in the
4D
car way
right
here,
turns
too.
it makes, and it's like oh I'm in a new area of.
Talk about the. We were talking about King Gizzard in the car too.
They came out
We
with
were
a new
talking-
album. I haven't listened to
Their
it.
new
yet.
stuff is really
yeah.
cool.
It's cool.
I like it a lot.
Oh, it is.
But
very
Ross was
synthy.
talking to me about this Red Rocks show they do, where it's like 3 nights.
Okay, so
they played
yeah,
They
it
play like every album
Wow.
back to back.
they're literally
So you
they
can
do these
buy
things
like
called
3
marathons.
tickets and see every album live back to back.
That's insane.
They do every so yeah they'll go around the country and they do like outside they're looking for amphitheater venues basically not
Nice.
quite stadiums, not quite clubs, but like this outside where they can
Amphitheater,
sell
where
they
get
can sell
somebody
general
out.
admission tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also more about the experience too. Like
Right.
the like you buy one ticket It's like $60 or whatever, and it's enough where they can
Big
fill out
field,
this
yeah.
thing, this field.
Play like
and
4
they can-
hours a night, right?
And and then they'll play from 6 o'clock to like midnight.
Like the DTE
They'll play.
energy, like that.
Yeah, exactly. DTE Energy.
Pine Knob.
Pine
Pine
Knob,
Knob,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. For the
They'll
OGs.
play a place. They'll play a place like that, and Red Rocks is the big one where they sold
Yeah.
out. They played 3 nights in a row. They sold
Wow.
out every single one, and they did marathon sets where they do. Like we're playing 3 albums tonight of music from beginning to end, and so you can literally buy a ticket for each day, and they played their whole discography, just
Wow.
and
Live for you.
they're in it with you. They're like,
Yeah.
we're tired as fuck, but we're gonna keep playing.
We're gonna
like,
keep going.
you
Yeah,
know,
I know,
like
that's
let's keep
course
going,
they
guys.
do.
Like it's like a marathon set. Like I
That's
want to
crazy.
experience that so bad.
I
That's
do
so
too.
Cool.
That'd be awesome.
Giz heads.
Giz
Giz
heads,
heads.
man. Yeah, people
Giz
travel
head.
around.
I
I've
like
met a
that.
few giz heads at the
Yeah?
last live show, dude, and they're literally like, "Yeah, we're traveling with the band."
I
Like,
think I'm going
we've
to their
gone
next one.
Yeah, aren't they
Yeah.
playing
Show
this
you.
summer?
I'm going.
Yeah, I was
Got a
looking at the tickets.
Like
I'm
they're
pretty down.
acoustic.
If you guys
Ooh.
are going, I'm going. Sean,
Yeah,
you
acoustic
gotta go
only.
too.
I'd be down.
I'm
I
gonna
really
get
like their acoustic album, Paper Mache.
They're ripping that one. I'm sure they're
Yeah,
Oh,
ripping
yeah,
that whole
they're
album.
ripping
I love
it.
that album.
Yeah.
And they're playing maybe a couple like randos, like all you didn't even know this one could be acoustic, like some real fish.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I'm sure
Oh,
they're playing
yeah.
fishies for fishies rather.
Yeah, right. Stuff like that, like
Yeah.
banjo-y and harmonica and shit.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
Music.
That reminds me of that that Mac DeMarco acoustic set that we saw.
Oh
at
yeah, in Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor.
Yeah,
That
he was supposed to
amazing.
have the band
I
with
didn't-
him, but there
Yeah.
was some problems with like I don't know, either
on
their
the show
bus
anyway?
or truck or whatever.
Something.
Yeah, so he didn't have all the equipment they needed for the band, so he just did like an acoustic set in the theater.
That's cool. He did that.
Yeah,
and
it was
like the
dope.
whole audience was singing along, like singing all
I
the
remember that people were
instrumentals.
kind of bummed. I remember like, yeah, he had to do acoustic, but
It was actually
really
pretty
dope.
sweet.
Yeah, it was
I
sweet.
remember that.
Yeah.
Way back in
Hype.
high school, right?
Were
Yeah,
you-
it was hype. I think it
No,
was-
no, I was
Maybe right
at
after.
Michigan
I think
at
it
the
was
time.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you buy the tickets assuming he would have his band?
I did. Yeah,
And then right.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
20
Everybody
But
did.
then we
it
actually
was like
got
$20
Yeah, he
each.
probably went on
We
stage.
got
He was
high
like,
five.
sorry.
No, I'm just
we
wondering.
got,
Like,
we got a high five from Mac DeMarco because he ended up running up the.
Oh yeah,
He
the
touched his
aisle.
butt?
Yeah, the
Really?
aisle.
He
Yeah,
touched his
touched his
butt?
butt.
Yeah.
I love Mac DeMarco.
I know, me too. And didn't he light a cigarette too? Like, or he tried to. He was joking, like
Oh,
he was
yeah.
about to. He's like
What's-
lighting
what's
up in
that
Hill
theater called?
Auditorium.
Hill,
right?
yeah.
'Cause that's a super nice, like
Super
prestigious.
Very old.
Yeah, old.
Very prestigious.
Yeah, very Hill.
Very
Auditorium.
prestigious.
From
Mac
the
DeMarco.
University
Mac
of
DeMarco
Michigan.
performed
Shouldn't have
very
put on there.
prestigious.
Yeah.
Light a cigarette.
Yeah,
Trying to light a cigarette
He's like,
in
can I, yeah, he's just on stage. So good, yeah.
Yeah, he's on a few podcasts now. I've been seeing
Oh,
him like
nice.
pop up or whatever, and it's cool to. Yeah, I like what he did with his like he made like 200 songs or whatever, and like came out with all of them all at once.
See, I do too.
And,
Yeah, I liked it.
Like it,
Chris
people
didn't
were like
it.
Heck,
weirded
Kristen.
by
I
it.
didn't give it a chance.
People were like weirded by it
I
at
want
first. I understand. I was
Yeah.
like a little bit like, what is this? Like,
It's just
I
random
want to
bunch of
hear like your finished,
background music.
You know,
but yeah, it's like it's obviously his hard drive of like shit
Right,
that he
yeah.
doesn't know what to do with, so he
No.
wants to like kind of like cleanse his
Cleanse.
thing or whatever, you know.
Fresh
But also, I was
slate.
thinking like there's this thing called sync licensing where you can like
Yeah.
artists independently can license their own music,
Background
and it
music
makes
and
sense
shit.
if he just has it out. And he doesn't have to go and iterate like here's 15 songs, here's 20
Exactly.
songs, here's no. It's just all my
it's
shit.
all there. You can
And
just pay
if
me.
you just pay me to use them at any commercial because
Yeah.
half of them sound like commercials.
And he does, yeah. He has one where he's literally singing about his Toyota, like you know,
yeah.
yeah. And so I'm like, oh, that like Toyota
That'd
should
be-
buy that. They
Toyota
should
should
just
totally
they should be
link
like,
it up, yeah.
exactly,
McDonald's, Taco Bell.
No, a lot of those songs do sound like straight out of a commercial.
yeah.
It's like they could fit. They can, and almost like it's almost like here's
Little
a
jingles.
library of Mac DeMarco stuff. That's
Yeah.
where the revolution of the internet, man. That's
Exactly.
with King Gizzard too. It's like
Yeah.
it's like instead of like where one band plays one style in one way, like Green Day just sounds like Green Day. You know, you go to a Green Day album, you could probably you get Green Day. You know,
Yeah.
but you pick a King Gizzard album. There's something for everybody. There's
yeah, what
something,
kind
like,
of King Gizzard?
what
do you
kind
want?
Yeah,
of
what
King
kind of
Gizzard.
gizzard
Yeah,
do you want?
that's smart.
Yeah. Do you, I
What kind of
thinking
gizzard?
about
Yeah, it
King
is.
Green
Cool.
Day? It's interesting, and about the commercials.
King
Do you
Green
guys
Day?
watch that King Green Day? Did you guys see that Taco Bell commercial?
Oh, Taco Bell's
That-
been having some really nice
Yeah, they
Green
had
Day-
a White Reaper
Did you
was
hear
on
that
there.
White
soundtrack
Reaper.
though? It sounds
Yeah.
like
Another one was on there.
military
was,
gun. I
Military gun.
Gun?
Yeah,
I really like that.
Pressure
They-
cooker.
They
Yeah.
toured with
Do it faster. Is the song? Yeah. So White Reaper, Green
Yeah.
Day, now Military Gun. They've been like having a lot of like punk,
like
harder.
little bands
Yeah.
that I've been into.
Military
And
Military
I'm like,
Gun played
and like,
with
how
White
does
Reaper.
Taco Bell know about freaking military
I mean,
gun?
they're
You know
probably
what I mean?
people
Like,
our age, and they're
in
social
their market-
media
yeah,
type.
exactly, in their
They
marketing
Right.
team.
White Military Gun toured with White Reaper. They were
Did
doing
they?
this tour. Yeah, I saw them together. I saw them
Wow,
live.
maybe they just got
I was
a
like,
deal
who's
on the
military
road.
guy? I've never
Wow.
seen him. And now I'm in the military again. I had one
Military
of their...
gun was sick.
But yeah,
They're
that took
cool.
me by
I think
surprise.
that one of the guitarists from Jug Church is in that band.
Really?
Yeah.
Jug Church.
Jug Church. Jug Church.
It's like when we listened to White Reaper, that last album. They're kind of like
It's gonna
going...
be my word
trying
next
to go
week.
heavier. In a weird,
it sounded more like kind of
drivey. Real drivey.
Yeah.
Punky.
What did?
The last...
Asking for the
ride.
White Reaper.
Lasting White Reaper.
And the
album.
Ringer had a good soundtrack too. Had some rockin' songs.
Yeah,
on the
it
Ringer.
did.
And the band that played the
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see pretty girls.
Everywhere
And
I
the last
go.
one, the Respect
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, what's
the
their,
band
what's
was
that band
solid.
name
That
again?
was a sick band.
I forgot because I think they're actual real band.
Oh,
Like, I
the
think-
first song?
Yeah,
I think
Wendell
it's
High something. What was it?
Wendy.
No.
something like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
They were real.
But
That was
they were,
cool.
I think
yeah,
that
they
was
were
a
the
real
real
band.
band. That was a
Yeah.
dope song. And yeah, the Ringer had a great soundtrack. It
It
has
did.
some good tunes to it.
Man, what a delight.
What's
I'm
our? Do
glad
we have
you
a
guys
game?
enjoyed it.
Do we have a Christmas game?
I think that was
Did
our
we do Christmas?
resolutions.
It was a Christmas episode, last episode, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Christmas is over.
Now it's the
okay.
New Year's
Now it's the
episode.
New Year's.
Yeah, duh.
Plus the Lions start soon.
The Lions.
Have I been
and
sitting here for the last hour?
Lions versus
Lions
the
starts soon.
Cowboy.
What time is it?
Oh,
Wait,
that's
tonight?
the game tonight.
Yeah,
It's the
Lion-
Lions game.
A
That's
lion,
the game
dude,
we're
a
playing.
Tonight?
lion
The
versus a
Cowboys
tonight?
cowboy. Who's
Oh.
gonna win?
A lion and a cowboy.
Ross, what's your prediction?
Probably Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I heard the Cowboys suck this year.
It's gonna be a
The Cowboys are good. I
They're
think.
good this year.
But no, if you're thinking like a lion versus a
Oh,
cowboy,
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
yeah, a lion.
I think
would
We
a
got
lion
real
or-
lions out there.
Yeah.
Unless he's got a gun.
Yeah, he's got a gun. You know.
Yeah, I sometimes like to think that when you see two NFL teams playing, like, how would the Lions do against,
The
Yeah.
Dolphins.
The Dolphin, yeah, exactly. Or the Bear. You know, Bears.
Bears,
The
yeah.
Bears would be a good matchup. The
It'd be a good
Cheeseheads,
matchup.
though, the Green Bay Packers.
Some of them are pretty.
Packers.
Yeah.
Because they're just like cheese packers,
Packers,
so they'd
yeah.
just be like seeing a
That's
lion.
a bit.
Factory
That's
workers.
not a
Yeah,
bit.
factory-
Just a little
Packers,
bit.
factory
Oh,
workers.
no.
Yeah.
So then
That's what
it's
the
a
Packers
lion
are.
in a factory. You're just a bunch of
Factory
factory
City.
workers throwing
Steelers?
cheese.
Got
at
a
them.
cheese
Steelers
at a lion.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck
Who's
the
gonna
Steel
win?
Steelers,
workers.
man.
The
Steel workers.
That's the
Yeah,
name of the
Steelers, yeah,
pack.
steel
Yeah.
workers, yep. And they
Steelers.
just-
Yeah.
They would. Yeah,
Steelers
I would
had
not
crispy,
mess
bro.
with Steel
49ers
workers.
are
No.
just minors.
Yeah,
They could fuck up
49ers.
some Lions.
No, yeah, they would.
Just
not
Not
the
this
Lions.
year.
Right.
Miners.
I hope
The
the Lions
Miners.
win. It's gonna
Yeah,
be a
me
little
too.
toughie, but I think they could do it.
Yeah, no, I think so.
They could. But will
Cowboys have
they?
had some rough games this year.
No.
They
Yeah.
lost 2 in a row, so
They just
12
haven't
and
lost
4.
at home yet.
12 and 4.
We'll see.
That'd be crazy.
What?
But
We'll see. Yeah, Ross
What time
likes
is
Oh
it?
those
yeah.
guys.
Well,
The Delta
ready to
City
watch
Lions.
it.
Things up.
Those
The
guys.
Five.
Brought to you by the Delta City Lions.
The Delta City Lions. Yeah, let's get
The
some.
Delta City Lions. See him at LCA.
We
the
should make
Delta
those
City
shirts.
Lions. The Delta City Lions. That's not bad.
Delta City Lions. Let's
Yo,
go.
especially if they would win
Lions
the
with a-
Super Bowl.
With the smiley face.
Your mama
that's
so stupid. She brought the
melting.
spoon to the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Your mama jokes, classic. What was your favorite Your Mama joke? Do you remember any of them?
Let's each do one.
All right.
Your Mama.
I'm trying to think because there was one. I think it was like the one that about like your mama being so fat, like she takes up the whole world or something. That was always one that got me. I
That
can't
was
remember.
stupid.
Your
one.
mama's
I
so
don't know.
fat.
That
She
was
her
so
belt
dumb.
size is equator.
Your mama's so poor. She was kicking a can down the street. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Moving."
That's good.
Moving.
Moving.
Yeah,
Moving
that's
my
a good
house.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one.
David, are you all right? Your
Can't
mama?
think of one.
Well, that's a wrap for the Delta City.
Delta.
I forgot how to do
I
it.
mean, is it
Yeah, how
time?
do we do it?
No,
Is it
let's
time?
wrap it up.
Yeah, he wants to watch the Lions game.
Yeah.
The Delta City Lions.
Yeah.
The Delta
This is
City
another-
Lions.
another
have- I
episode
mean,
of
does
the
anyone-
Delta.
All right. Well, let's
Does anyone have any like
Closing
pressing
thoughts.
closing thoughts or
closing thoughts, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I was kidding. I was gonna say, what
or
about
conspiracy?
Forward
Does
down the
anybody have a
field.
conspiracy? We could talk. We could talk for maybe
My brain's
5
not
more,
working right now,
10
honestly.
more.
A charging team
Or we can
that
close it
will
out.
not
No matter to me.
yield.
Dude, I
And
had
when the
so many
blue and
stuff.
silver
But I said I can't
wave,
find them. Oh, my phone died.
Yeah, I have a
stand
bunch
and
that I
cheer
had
the
saved,
brave.
but-
Rah, rah, rah.
Go hard.
Yeah.
Win the
Win
game.
the game.
With honor,
I'm trying to
you
think.
will keep your fame. Down the field and gain. All Lions victory. Go Lions.
Is that the fight song? They
That's
had
the
a
end of the
fight song?
Yeah,
Yeah, they do,
that's what we
actually.
did
They're
for the
like-
ending of the podcast.
And that was an episode of the Delta.
Delta
City.
Let's do it one more time. This has been an episode of The Delta.
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 Delta
City.
The Delta.
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 Delta
City.